Hit that hydration station, lunatico. It's the 31st of October, Ma. People are excited about ghosts and ghouls and goblins and whatnot. Yeah. Alright, let's put this out there. Because I don't want this in here. Hello, welcome to my tube. My name is Marge. I am a Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I'm tired of feeling squirrely. Let's just get that right out there. I'm so tired of just thinking the sun's gonna explode every moment of every day. Not really quite to that extent, but I'm just... Life is life, and it's not always fun. And it seems like it's just real busy. Although I do get stuff done. I'm almost done. I'm so close to being done with the other spot. I need to be done with the other spot. There's more cat drama at the other spot, and I need to be done and be done. And so much weird stuff going on in the world, Ma. A lot of weird stuff. These people were on a suspension bridge, and they started rocking it. Like that's a good idea. And then it broke. Yeah. You nailed it, Ma. That's what you do. People don't think about operational risk management. If all of us do this, and they just it was only open a week. They had it open, it was closed because they did maintenance on it and stuff. And they said that there were too many people on it because people don't follow rules. Those are for other people. Bad things like that happen to other people. That's my hand clap. Next is going to be my hand clap on your tukis. She's like, whatever, you don't even ever smack me. You always say you're going to do and you never once did it. Little girl. She's so cute. They get like small when they get old. They all just like people, exactly. And so, no, yeah, you don't. What you doing, girl? She says, I'm finding the prime real estate. She goes on the high bed. Yeah, the one that you sleep on, Ma. Benny loves it because he gets to hang out with me and you at the same time all night long because we just sleep right next to each other right there. Anyway, so false for profits. 'Tis the seasons for false for profits. All the seasons are false for profits. Just tension diversion, man. Whatever keeps people from living from their heart, There's a lot of people that aren't living from their heart these days. So many people are not living from their heart these days. We've been conditioned to not live from our heart. We've been conditioned to live from our ego. You got to get out there. You got to get those degrees. You got to make that money. You got to have that 401. You got all the stuff you got to do. And I couldn't do it. I was so exhausted from doing all the things that everybody else wanted me to do. It did not free up much time for me to do much of anything that I wanted to do. And then come 2014, into 2013, I got dumped. Shannon broke up with me. I was just mad because I didn't do it freaking 2 years before. I stuck it out. Oh, the things that people stick out. Ugh. Anyway, so and then I went on this deal of that I'm just going to do all the things I wanted to do. And you would take care of the dogs and stuff. You'd like let them out, and I wouldn't be gone long. You know, maybe a day trip. I'd go down to Kansas City and back, but I mean, you let the dogs out, no problem. And at that, you were still cooking and stuff like that when you would get hungry, or I'd make food for all of us or both of us or whatever. But so I went on all these concerts. I did all these Broadway shows. I freaking went to a lot of different stuff at the Orpheum. Just experienced life in every capacity that I could, right? And what I found, I don't know. Everywhere you go, people are just kind of blank. Doesn't matter what you're doing, right? Maybe I'm blank. Maybe it's me. I'm blank. And and then it got to be where like the crowd wasn't worth it, you know, and the parking hassle wasn't worth it, and the cold, like going out in the winter wasn't worth, and it just like more and more of this stuff became less fun, right? Concerts, you know. I was really turned off after Social Distortion. That was a heartbreak for me. They had like 5 opening bands. Yeah, I like them since I was a kid. And it's true. I don't know. See, I never really had heroes. I just like, you know, by the time I saw them, they were just done.
They were older.
Yeah, they're and they also had 5 opening bands. I mean, it was ridiculous. Like I wanted to go home and go to. I didn't even stay for the encore. Tuck over there, good boy. Good boy in your special good boy spot. So, I just have been real uncomfortable all day. You know, I struggle with things a lot. I struggle with terminology. I struggle with words. I struggle with definitions, you know, and being put in categories and stuff like that. And today's Halloween. And it's such a broad spectrum of a day. It's a very broad spectrum day. And it's just too many. I just don't like it anymore. It's just been ruined by what the world really is, and there's so many people that just play. They just think it's it's so cute. It's so cute, and I don't think it's cute. No, I don't think any of it's cute. Gotta refill the water jug, Ma. Huh? Oh, we got new stoneware today. We got new cups and stuff. So Mom has a new cups, and she ate ice cream out of a new bowl.
That's really pretty.
Thanks to my Earth Angel. I'm glad she got a little Earth Angel. Somebody gave my Earth Angel, somebody gave her today, I saw on Facebook, a little box with a little angel in it, because she's the Earth Angel. She's the angel. She helps a lot of people, man. She's just like,
Who's she?
I'm not going to say right now. I just call the Earth Angel when I do the talks. And she's just a neat lady, and she inspired. And I just always feel, see, because I'm autistic. I'm autistic, and I mean, I was in recoveries for a number of years, and they just drilled be a service, getting out of your own head and being of service to other people. And I found it to work. I mean, it works. All that faith without works is dead. All that stuff. It works. And you take the good and you leave the rest. And so I found that whenever I'm struggling in life, that I feel better when I'm doing something for somebody else. And people aren't getting it. People are just waiting around for people to come in and do all this stuff for them. And that's not how it works. It goes the other way. You got to get busy. It's not how it works, man. People are just constant draws of energy. Energy sucks. And isn't that cute how everybody thinks like vampires are cute and stuff now? I mean, really? I mean, all these people that are talking about God and stuff and now vampires are cool, I'm so confused. Tell me, which is it? Are both okay? I'm gonna have to say cannibalism's not good. On all that messing with body fluids and stuff like that, not a good idea. Shouldn't be messing with that stuff, that dark magic stuff. Too many people like that dark magic. There was a thing on Twitter today where, like, it was a booth at some sort of an event, Ma. And these people, it was the Church of Satan, and these people were walking up, and then the priest was putting, I guess, upside down crosses on their forehead, and they were paying homage to their God, or their Satan. And it's just weird to see that people are just so nonchalant about it. Like it's fun, like it's cute, you know. And then every time I see somebody dressed up as a devil, oh, it's cute, oh, you little devil, you know. And then I think about the freaking carnage that is wreaked across at the same time at the dark end of the spectrum, in the name, you know, the real deal stuff, not just little horns and whatnot. Oh, you're so, you know, and people just don't think. People don't think about what they're putting their energy into. And whatever they're putting their energy into, they're not using any of that to be a service. I mean, because the whole self-will thing, I mean, the whole plan, I mean, it's crazy. So that bridge, 150 something people died on that bridge because some dumbasses started jumping. I mean, it's just people of all ages. And then that mass cardiac event. And then they call it they just put weird terminology on stuff. They just word things so peculiarly these days. They call it a crush. Now, I remember when I saw Depeche Mode, I was 15 years old, 16. And I always hung out with people that were like 18, that were older and stuff. And so we'd go down to Sacramento from Redding to concerts, right? You didn't mind. I was out of your hair, right, Ma? So, one time, this is how I learned about the importance of staying hydrated. Is because I hadn't been drinking water a lot, and it was hot, and I was at the outside Cal Expo show, and there's just it was just, and I got pinned in between people, like up off my feet. And then I woke up, I came to, and I was on the ground, and all I could see all the way around me was just an ocean of legs, of feet. It was a trip. And because I had to get my bearings because I had passed out. And then somebody reached down and grabbed me and pulled me up. And then I went to the outside and then drank some water, cooled down, got my bearings, absolutely, and then went on. But that you know, I was 15, 16 when I learned that lesson, and people still don't know. You know, you just don't go up on people. You know, you just don't. And there is, well, these people got, and see, and all these people have gotten this magic elixir, government elixir, the world order syrup, and the new world order syrup, and so now when people are getting excited or scared, you know, when their heart rate elevates, then they're going into cardiac arrest. So people are having to learn what are you looking for? Oh, are having to look or learn how to keep themselves calm. Like, don't get to that point where your heart races and then you don't have to worry about, you know. But life happens, you know. I meditate all the time. I didn't today. The energies were not right for me. It was not conducive for me to meditate today, but I was too squirrely. And that's probably when I should have tried the most, and I'm just like, no, I'm not even gonna. So I went and bought a bunch of cleaning supplies instead. I'm gonna turn into I'm gonna model after after Edith, and not go to bed with any dishes in the sink. You know, no water spots on the mirrors ever. No water spots on the sink fixtures. Just, you know, vacuum every other day. Today I swept and mopped the hallway. I put some more stuff away. Yep. Anyway.
That's quite a day for you.
Well, my feet hurt at the end of the day. And then I went, yeah. So, I don't know. All in all, see, we pretty much don't live in. I mean, Mom, we haven't been really. We haven't been a part of society since we left Omaha, really, because we weren't really a part of it much in Oregon. And I don't know. It's just more and more people are becoming less a part of society, is what I'm getting. And people have been talking about it in the circles that I listen to for years, as long as I've been talking about it too. I mean, other people are getting it. There's like trajectories of how the world can go based on the collective of the people on the planet, and it's going to a place where more people are going to collect more money and more resources and hog it, and there's going to be more and more and more and more poor people that aren't going to have dude, it is so hard for freaking low income people to find places to live. It's ridiculous. And especially if it's any place near like a mountain, God forbid.
Literally.
Yeah, cuz then they it's everything's about money. Everything's about money. Everything's about money. Short-term housing, Airbnbs. I can't freaking stand them, and I'm getting to where like I can't stand all the freaking people that I watch their YouTube videos. That's how they live their life. They just pop around from one to the next. La la la. It's like, you guys are part of the freaking problem. You know? Why you gonna get so much money from your readings and shit? Do you sponsor a person, you know, that is freaking struggling? Like, help them pay their rent at all? Because you got so much and you're taking a place that they could be making a home, but you just want to be there for a couple months and change your background when it's over. In Sedona. Or whatever. You know, and then you have those that have the freaking whole entire stages and with all the freaking bullshit. There's too many people that need shit out there, man. There really is. There's just it's not the karma's coming. It's karma. You know? Cuz the more and more people are talking about it, the more and more people are like, yeah, I can see how that's gonna go, and then we create reality. So let's see what people land on. Let's see what they land on in this world, you know, because they haven't used all of their powers of manifestation to make heaven on earth, to make it decent for everybody. People haven't done that. But there's more millionaires and billionaires now than there ever has been. You know? And there's also, every time I go to the park, that's what's kind of cool about going to the park too. Sometimes I stopped through, I was looking for my buddy Augustine today. I had something for him, he wasn't there. And there's a couple other people there, and there's some new people from Montana. I didn't get the guy's name. But he said, I like your blue van. I like the color blue. It's a really good color. And then a few minutes later, he mentioned another color of a vehicle across the parking lot. And he mentioned that he was a car paint enthusiast. And I've known people that work in auto body and stuff. I've known a lot of car people. I've known Volkswagen people. I've known a lot of different people that are just into one thing. You know? You know, people are really limited in scope if you think about it. I never got the opportunity to just be one thing, you know? I didn't get to just be daughter. I had to be nurse, physical therapist. Huh. Yep. Had to do all that stuff. Which taught me a lot. And now the older I get, man, anybody thinks that they start knowing all the answers when they get older, I'm not in line with them. I'm in line with those people that frickin' the older I get, the less I know, man. It's frickin' crazy. Like, how did, like, just going out. Well, I had a cool exchange at the Dollar, what was it, the Dollar Family Dollar or something like that today. That was pretty pleasant. That's where I bought a bunch of none of that stuff's $1. It's actually really pretty expensive, but whatever. It works, and the people are nice. And some guy was in there trying to run a fast one, and the young girl behind the counter wasn't having it. And that's cool, because, see, when I was in customer service, I always had to just let them get away with it. You know what I mean? And now you know, you got to be careful who you're dealing with. Because sometimes, I mean, there's people that are just nutty that'll just. She's behind the counter though, so it'd be hard to. Somebody could throw something at her probably, but I don't know. Society is just dissolving. It is. It's just crumbling because people don't have the gumption, or the moxie, or the moral frickin' fiber to not tell them, or to tell themselves not to frickin', you know, be a jerk in life, not to cause harm to people, not to be stingy and selfish and withholding and all that stuff. And there's just so much of it. I mean, everywhere I look, there's people playing, just living the best version of their lives. Because around here, there's a freaking big stupid truck with a fifth wheeler with 2 pullouts. They're all over the place, you know. And it's just like, what do you just, it's just funny to me. I've been looking for roots my whole life, Ma.
You're getting closer.
Yeah, for too long I'll be in the ground somewhere. No, I'll just be cremated and somebody can.
Make notes so I can find you.
Okay, because I'll just be cremated and someone can just dump me off a canyon someplace. It don't matter what happens to me when I'm gone. Nope.
If you're gone, I'm going to be gone too.
You're going with. We're gonna do the Carrie Fisher, where Carrie Fisher and Shirley MacLaine. Carrie Fisher died. The daughter died first, and then the mom died the next day. It was a total ritual. They totally. It was just, yeah. You don't get to win in life unless you lose at some point. It's weird. But then I don't know. I saw that the muskrat rented out the Bram Stoker's castle so they can have all their weird freaking elite creepy fun. Dude, that just would not even be fun to me. To hang out with a bunch of elite, just none of those people are they're just so void of spirit. They just say words, but there's not a lot of personality. And yeah, there's a lot of famous people and a lot of rich people, but rich and famous people are really drab, frankly. You know, I mean, the stuff that they're into. All the other things, again, not stuff I'm into. Not interested in helping people at all. They're not. None of them are, because if they were, they wouldn't have been flying up from all points of the world to a Dracula, for Halloween to freaking pay homage to wickedness and nastiness. And that's what they do. And it's all, they're all resource hogs. It's all misappropriation of funds. It's all ridiculous. And now everybody's getting ready. And back when I was in college in 2003, 2004, 5, and then I was done in 6. Same year as my enlistment in the Air Force. We talked about because the guy who ran the class, he was retired military, and then he just slid into freaking dean and professor of College of Business Informations, whatever, Bellevue University, blah blah blah. And so we talked about that. We spent quite some time talking about what the next world war would look like, and it's not going to be people like, I mean, look, America's doing it to itself. Other countries are doing it to themselves. We look at it. We look like a third world country. It's ridiculous. The big cities with the just the homeless people everywhere, and garbage and trash, and just, I can imagine what it smells like. Oh my God, the urine and the feces and all that stuff. And it's just like, I guess they just want to live there instead of fucking building places and just letting people live there. That's what it's just so weird what the world's turned into in what they waste resources on. Their parties and their rituals and their booms and the firework displays and all that stuff. Yeah. And there's just people that need fucking socks. And their and food, and their teeth are rotten out of, and all this stuff, and it's just Babylon. So it's gonna be interesting next few years, Ma.
It is.
It's gonna be a real wild ride in the astrology. It's
a lot of people getting into a lot of fights.
You got it. Well, it's I don't even want to fight with people. I don't even want to argue with people. It's like, whatever the situation is like, okay, yeah, whatever. Am I going to get the thing I want to do here? I mean, is there a way that I can get my way too? Or you just say, no, you can't. Is that okay? Because you'd be surprised how much bullshit I've had to just walk away from and just put up with because somebody just doesn't want to do something for me. But then at the same time, there's those stories that people have really gone out of their way and stepped up to the and have really helped me. So it's life is a full spectrum thing. It's both. You win some and you lose some, kind of thing. I gotta call Mr. Iskey.
Where is he now?
He's still in Omaha. I haven't talked to him since we've been here, and we've been here a few days now. So
I bet you miss him.
Yeah, I talked to him enough, but he hates his phone, and it's so funny. He gets so mad about his phone.
He hates his phone.
Well, he has a cell phone that's a ridiculous piece of technology, and most of them are.
And he doesn't know how to use it so well.
Probably not. And he has all calluses all over his hands, so a lot of times people with calluses on their hands the screen has a hard time recognizing. Yeah, their fingers and stuff like that. It's so, but people that don't ever work don't have to worry about it. But he's a farmer. He works with his hands, so he just was happy with the flip phone for years, and then he tried this phone, and it's a piece of shit. And so I try to just catch him on his house phone, but it was harvest season. I think he is probably done by now, but he was behind because his combine was waiting for a part. And last I talked to him, he hadn't gotten it, and it was Saturday, a week ago Saturday, I think. So, yeah. And then I'll start thinking about him, and then he'll call me soon. Or I'll call him, and, yeah, he'll be like, I was just thinking about you, because we're just on that cycle. He's a Virgo. I know more Virgos. It's so weird. I know more Virgos, I think, than anything. Augustine, his birthday is the same day that Jessica's birthday is. So that's kind of interesting to have those different aspects. Cause he's sober now. He's been sober 20 something years, or maybe like one time in there he drank or something like that.
Overall.
But yeah, he's a sober guy, and that's what I inspire, and that's why I like hanging out with him, is because it seems like everybody drinks. Or, and I don't like even hanging out with people that drink at all. They're just obnoxious, and I know it, and because I'm that person, and I hate seeing it, and it just reminds me of why I don't do it. Just constantly reminds me. And there's a lot of people. I mean, and people get to the point where they gotta have it. The stuff that they have to that they do to freaking maintain for their serenity or peace or whatever. It's like I heard stories about people that would like store it in their windshield wiper reservoir, vodka. They dumped vodka in there, and then they might as well just drink the windshield wiper fluid. Honestly, there's just as much alcohol content. Frankly, I mean, but maybe that's how they emptied it. Who knows? But anyway, and so when they start get the shakes, these are officers and freaking military constellations, right? These are colonels and shit like that. So I know what the world is made up of and why the peculiar behavior is allowed to persist, because everybody's got something on somebody. And so he would pull over when he'd start getting the trembles or whatever, and lift up his hood and pretend like he was tinking, and just be taking pulls of vodka from from the windshield wiper reservoir. That it just, and another guy, he was my supervisor for a little while, and no, or he was like my, anyway. I was worked with them a little while. He ended up freaking like killing somebody on the back of his bike trying to evade arrest in Montana a few years back. But it's all right, because life turned around and he's happy, and he's a dad, and
he's alive.
Yeah, but he not the chick that he freaking killed. It's a trip. Anyway, he would go to Saudi, because people make a lot of money when they go to wartime place, so they make all this money, and but it was a dry country. You couldn't drink there, even though we'd get equipment back all the time that had booze and shit in it, so they'd smuggle it over there. But anyway, for the lobies, they would have to go to the BX, the commissary, like the little convenience store, and people would get freaking shaving cream and stuff like that, and then puncture holes in it, and then drink the contents of it because it had alcohol in it, and that's how bad that they would want a buzz, And I'm glad I didn't get to that point in life. Doesn't mean that I wasn't very far off. When I stopped drinking, I was starting to get the shakes. So I stopped 14 years, and then I had that little hiatus in Oregon, like 7 months. And then I drank one time since then.
That's a good
in like 3 years, 4 years.
That's a good feeling.
And I just don't even like the taste. Like, it's like, I don't know. I just don't, I don't like the smell. I guess because I'm around it, I smell it on people all the time, and I don't like it, and I don't want that in me.
And it's pronounced.
Oh, man. So, that's all right. That's other people. And that's anybody can do, Anybody can do that. It just doesn't make any sense. This world doesn't make any sense to me, man. It's getting so hard to navigate through this world. I just watch. I'll go places and I'll just watch. Like how people will try to figure things out or something like that. Man, people just are not very pragmatic. They don't know how to figure things out.
Or
And there's less and less people that actually do know how to problem solve. It's getting less and less. And then then there was aside from just lots of weird stuff. The world, we're just tucked away up here, Ma. But that's okay. It's not like I haven't lived a bunch of life. I lived more life before I was 12 years old than most people I've known have experienced in their whole entire life. That's why I don't get so excited. I don't get excited about all this stuff that people get excited about, because in every group there's always the extremists, and they're the ones that ruin things. In everywhere, in every organization, there's extremists in everything, and they just freaking, and they're just ruining the planet. And there's a new version of OBS Studio available.
Where's that?
It just popped up. That's so funny, because when I opened it tonight, I thought we're due for a version update soon from OBS. It's been a while. And then that popped up. Booyah! So anyway, I don't know. It's a nice quiet evening here. It was a pretty good day.
Yeah, the day was nice.
I'm crampy, and I hate it. I was thinking about that. I was like, my next birthday, I will have had a period for 40 years, and that just is stupid. Because I never wanted kids. There's a period of like 6 months I wanted kids, and then I thought I could foster, and then I was like, nah. Nope. Now I just hang out with you, Ma. You're pretty easy. You get just as excited about ice cream as kids do. You don't eat your supper like kids do.
Moving on.
We don't let let's go take you disdain bathing like little kids do. So there are a lot of similarities now that I think about it, Ma.
Well, what's that?
Than you and a little kid. Size wise. Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, I gotta go through stuff here. Oh my gosh, I just get overwhelmed, because there's a lot of stuff that came from Oregon that is just junk and we don't need, and I don't know what. I mean, so much stuff got left behind. It was such a chaotic time. But there's a lot of crap that didn't need to come that I got to get rid of.
Some of that is really nice.
But yeah, some stuff's cool, but we've always traveled light, Ma. I'm just tired of starting over. I don't want to start over anymore. I just want to be in quiet and still, and not get too worked up about things, because the world's, Mom, it's getting crazy, Ma. It's getting big cities and stuff like that, and every time I go to the store, there's less and less stuff on the shelf. What? I'm sorry.
I've noticed that there's so many people that they're older people and younger people. But you know what? That they have their own sense of feeling things out.
Yeah.
They don't take things just for granted. They think about it.
I don't know, Ma. Things have changed a lot since you've been around people. Things have changed a lot. People got real secret, like, I don't know, cunning, baffling, powerful. It's weird. It's this power trip that this paradigm that has been going down.
They start shooting people.
Mom, it's been going on for years now. It's just, that's what I'm saying, that it's just that it's like a fire that once it starts, it comes to a point that it's its maximum flash point. Like, it's consuming things the most. Like, it's putting out its max temperature it's putting out that much energy, and then it starts to die down. we are in the point in time in history where this civilization is falling. America is falling. It's only been around 250 years and it's freaking, nope, we fucked up. Nope, we killed too many Indians to begin with, and it's just too much karma, and we fucked up, and then we made shit weird because the perverts and the drunks took over, and we fucked up. So we're just gonna and start over and take two, and so whatever's gonna come out of take two. Because it ain't none of this freaking left, right, GOP, demon craps, whatever you call. I mean, it's a circle jerk of greed. I mean, there's so much corruption. Nobody has any faith in the system except the people that are profiting and benefiting from the system. Those are the only people that are. And a lot of people are. Because, man, I never thought that fucking state employees would be rich. You know it? You know it? But I'm sure my brother and his wife, they bring in over $300K per year between the two of them. And he has no interest in doing jack shit to helping us. So, yeah.
Well, we got us.
Yep, we got us. You know, and there's so many people like that. And that's why so many people are like fucking left to be destitute, because it's like people can't help and they just don't want, nah, I don't feel like it. And then every now and again, I don't know, something happens and you meet an earth angel and then they help you. You know it? I'm pretty good with money. We never lived outside of our means though, you know? We never have. I never bought a bunch. My fun stuff to buy is like power tools and stuff. Practical stuff. I just bought a new vacuum. I just spent almost $200 on a new vacuum cleaner. You know, to have the right tools to take care of stuff, to keep things nice.
What kind of
It's I don't know, I think it's a Hoover.
Oh, Hoover.
Pet, it's a pet kind though. But, and then, you know, and I'll just be on a schedule. And then I keep blankets on all the dog beds, and then I can just wash the blankets so they don't get too stinky.
Yeah.
They're not that, and I'm so happy that they have a lawn now, man. I still walk them on the leash, and I'll take 2 out at a time and stuff, because I don't know, it's kind of a community, because there's a little dog that gets tethered in the corner, chews on its bone, so it's kind of like a little dog park, which is fine by us, you know. They're all social, just as and the other dogs are cool, so it's not no harm, it's community. That's what it's supposed to be about, right? And so that's what it's supposed to be about. But the weather's been pretty nice. It got kind of crappy yesterday, but it's been pretty nice. I'm just so tired of just like waiting to feel good. I can't think of a better way to say it. I'm just constantly like in a constant state of, okay, I'll start feeling good soon. And it's just soon, and it's not happening. And I'm tired of feeling like this, you know. And a lot of more people have, and my time is filled with loving things and cool things and stuff like that. But I used to be a very social person, and all that has pretty much been stripped away for the most part. I ended up I'm like 34 miles. We're 30, something like 44, something like less than 50 miles from the Colorado border. So you know, and I'm used to doing all this activity. And whatever, just whatever. And things have just really shifted in our lives. And I guess it's important that I learn how to slow down, right? And not overdo it. Because I do have those inclinations. I do have those. Yep, so anyway, I think that's about all I got for now. What else? What else was I going to talk about?
Did you want your shoes?
Yeah, I got to take the dogs out here pretty quick.
So your feet
I had a
won't get
sweatshirt
cold?
around here. There it is over there.
So your feet won't get cold. Well,
I look forward to the sun. I did read something about, see, because I'm ignorant about a lot of stuff. I really am. Because I like when people tell me about stuff. I don't like reading. I like when I don't like reading books. Somebody's into. I like when people. So Day of the Dead, I know a lot of people celebrate it, and I saw something on Facebook or something about you getting a white candle and lighting one for somebody that died. So I got one for Jessica, my sister. She died early, 39. It's only been a month and a half. September 23rd. It's like
was she tall?
taller. I think she was taller than me.
Taller than you are?
I hadn't seen her since 2005. So anyway, yeah, more stuff to just get over. Just and all the while trying to move, and oh my gosh, it's just so much. Life is just so much, and I see people that don't, it's like, why don't they have these undulations?
What are undulations?
Speed bumps. Why don't they have these,
Speed bumps.
I'm doing life wrong or something, but that's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.